The first step of solving this question is getting the null and alternative hypothesis, and also the value of t, which is the total number of treatments, and n, which is the total number of samples. The significance level used in this question is 0.0. The second step is calculating the degree of freedom for treatment and error. The formula for degree of freedom for treatment is n-1, which in this case is 3-1. The formula for degree of freedom for error is n-t, which in this case is 15-3. The third step is finding the mean of each treatment by adding all the samples together and divide by the number of samples for each treatment.
Then find the overall mean. Next, each of the samples minus with overall mean. The answer is square. After that, total the answer horizontally. The answer calculated is then summed out, which is known as total sum square, TSS.
We need to find SST. To find SST, we need to multiply the number of samples in each treatment with mean of the treatment. Add the number and we will able to find SST. Step 10, we have to find SSE, which is TSS minus SST. Find MST, use SST divided by degree of freedom of treatment. For MSE, use SSE divided by treatment of freedom of error. For F calculated, divide MST with MSE. The 12th step is find critical F value from the F table. Compare F calculated and F critical and make your decision. If F calculated is greater than F critical, then null hypothesis is rejected. Make your conclusion and proceed to post hoc test if null hypothesis is rejected. In this case, the null hypothesis is rejected, so we will proceed to post hoc test. We will use two key tests as the sample size are equal.
After the ANOVA table is done, it is concluded that there are differences between the GPS of students who join the sport. Post hoc is performed by using two key tests. In this test, we are going to need the value of MSE from the ANOVA table. The Q value is obtained from the table of 2 key with the value of N, number of treatment is 3, and V, number of error is 12. After getting these values, the next step is finding the critical point with the values obtained. The next step is arranging the mean of GPS of the students in ascending order. When the mean is already in ascending order, the difference between each pair of means is calculated and a conclusion is made, whether the null hypothesis is rejected or concluded. This conclusion can be made by comparing the difference between the pair of mean with the critical point. The result can be summarized as shown. Any two means on the same line are not significantly differ. The conclusion is made, which is the GPS of students who participate in hockey and football did not significantly differ, while the GPS of students who participate in basketball is significantly different from the GPS of students who participate in hockey and football.